Flower with some space, has Felton to the right. Flower's going to take it herself, and again, good defending. Still alive. Felton buries it! The equalizer from the freshman again. Williams, one-timer, saved by Rexford. Down to one knee, had to be a quick reactor there, and she did well. What a boot from Williams. Back post on Rexford, and she makes another good save. That was from way out there. Right back in, Rodriguez makes it 2. West Virginia keeps the pedal to the metal, and A.J. Rodriguez earns a well-deserved goal. A little bit of room for Strujenski. She gives it off. Giametta buries it. Patience from the back for Texas Tech. And a high-class goal for Caitlin Giametta. Schmelzer! That is extraordinary. Usually known for the defense. Helping out the offense there. This is Big 12 soccer on ESPN. Texas Tech has ruled the Big 12 the last couple of years. This season has been no exception. Unbeaten over their last 26 regular season conference matches, the Red Raiders take on Cincinnati as they celebrate their senior day. Quick check of the standings in the Big 12. A win for the Red Raiders today guarantees them a top 2 spot in the Big 12 standings. They already have a top 4 bye for the Big 12 tournament. Cincinnati right above that cut line, trying for some more breathing room with only 2 games left in the regular season. Hi everybody, glad you're with us. Anthony Mazzini here with a former Bearcat, Alexa Burkhart. Thanks for joining us today. Plain and simple, Texas Tech is very good, Alexa. And of course, you got to score goals to win. Texas Tech offense is great. But Tom Stone, the head coach, even more impressed with the defense lately.
And you're looking at 2 teams who have leaned heavily on their defense these past few games. But I think, typically Cincinnati has their work cut out for them today. But I think there's that emotional piece. 1 being senior day, and 2, this is a team that ended Cincinnati's season last year in the Big 12 tournament in the 88th minute.
That should be a really fun one. Texas Tech offense, I mentioned, 2nd in goals scored in the Big 12, led by Ashley Williams, Alexa, who's overcome a slow start to the year.
And in true senior day fashion, we'll highlight a senior here for Texas Tech. 5 goals so far this year, and she is Week 9's Big 12 Offensive Player of the Week. The stat that I find the most interesting is that this Texas Tech team is 24-0 when she scores a goal.
She scored just 2 goals in the first 12 games, 3 in the last 4. On the other side for Cincinnati, Alexa, Ellie Flower, their most consistent offensive threat.
The graduate student and local Cincinnati player has also 5 goals this year, her most recent goal being against Houston, and we'll look to her today to be Cincinnati's offensive catalyst.
Part of that 5th-year senior class that's been so important to the coaching change here in Cincinnati. Tech against Cincinnati coming up in about 3 minutes. Stay with us. Tom Stone's group coming off a win on the road at West Virginia on Thursday. He said after that match that Cincinnati is a much improved group compared to the team that we saw last year in the Big 12 tournament. He went on to add that they've been a great addition to the Big 12. And it will be a hard game against these Bearcats today, in the words of Tom Stone. And so far, the Bearcats have proved Coach Stone right. A lot of possession on the attacking third for Cincinnati, and they get it back again. Smith can't handle the throw. Martinez back defensively to help out. Texas Tech really struggling to hold possession and build out of the back. Not much room for Smith to work with there.
And, I think that's what's so interesting, about this Big 12 conference. And I think it's such a testament to, the amount of great teams that they do have in this conference, is that even though, Texas Tech is still, obviously they've secured their Big 12, bid in the tournament, but they're still playing for something. They want that outright title. And, Cincinnati's still playing for something, obviously wanting to get into that Big 12. And even when we saw Colorado, on Thursday night, they were looking to get that first round bye. So even though we're kind of late in the season, things still really aren't set. And these girls are still really working hard to solidify the end of the seasons.
Of course, only one team is going to be the regular season champ. Only one team will be the Big 12 tournament champ. So you get to this point in the season too, Alexa, you're fighting for RPI for at-large bids into the NCAA tournament as well. Something I know Danny Sanchez in Colorado were advocating for the other day, just as I'm sure Texas Tech is hoping for as well. Here's Blackburn making her run. Williams, the intended target, a little bit over her head. Over to Parsons, the team's leader in goals scored this year. Martinez. Soto has pressure from behind. And nicely done on the tackle by Ellie Flower.
It's good group defending there from Cincinnati, and I think, you know, clearly they're showcasing that they had a game plan and doing a great job sticking to it right now.
Here's Elise Anderson. Now Blackburn again. Martinez. Giametta looking for Blackburn on the through ball. Nicely done to get there. That'll be a goal kick. That ping-ponged off of Blackburn. Looked like it was going to be a corner at first, but an unfortuitous bounce there for Texas Tech gives it to Cincinnati.
And I think we're going to see a lot of Emma Joffrey. You know, she was such a standout on Thursday night against Colorado. Hopefully kind of continuing that smart defending even as a sophomore, and that kind of naive or, you know, building, growing back line. But she's been such a strong standpoint for them throughout the season, and hopefully she continues the success on this weekend.
Alexa, we talked about the defenses coming into this match and how for Texas Tech, you know, the offense is going to stand out. You need to score goals to win, of course, and Texas Tech has done plenty of winning and plenty of goal scoring this year. But Tom Stone really highlighted the defense, how, yeah, we get a 1 or 2 goal lead, but our defense has been stepping up in those pressure situations to hold those leads. And you can say the same thing for Cincinnati, but with the Bearcats, it's just such an inexperienced group out there. I think for Cincinnati this year, getting some of their results, a lot of them have been ties at this point in the season. They've had to defend pressure situations to get points, and give credit to the Bearcats where they've done well with such an inexperienced group.
And I think both teams, for different reasons, their defense has given that offense time, you know, up front to try and score goals. Obviously, Texas Tech having a little more success up top, offensively scoring goals, but, you know, those ties still give Cincinnati points, and I think it's that defense allowing that time and being so strong in that back line doing the same.
Joffrey way up there from that outside back spot, couldn't get the cross in, and Texas Tech tries to build out with Ashley Williams. It's an interesting role that Jillian Martinez has. She'll play up, she'll score some goals, but she comes all the way back defensively to help build from the back for Texas Tech. Didn't lead to anything there, and now a foot race between Flower and Anderson, and it is Anderson, the graduate student from Southlake, Texas, who wins it. But look at this role that Martinez has, Alexa. 2 assists on the year. She scored some goals in her career, but she's playing pretty much the entire length of the pitch.
And you'll kind of see her float between that center back position, kind of that holding midfield. Obviously, when she comes out of position, you'll see those 4 back either kind of right now, and you see on the field squeezing into that 3 back position as she kind of floats forward as a point for their offense to kind of connect with up top.
Martinez transferred in from UCLA. She's now in her 3rd year at Texas Tech. And this is where the Red Raiders can be so dangerous when they get Blackburn involved from her outside back spot. And Rexford off the line to grab it. Blackburn is an outside back. Did not play until August 25th due to an injury, but she's 6th in the Big 12 in assists. 3rd-team All-American last year, just such a talented player. And you can see why they can be so dangerous on those balls to the corner and then the cross into the 6. Rexford's going to have to be on her toes all game long. That's knocked down by Skrzynski on a dangerous ball from Flower. Molly Skrzynski has been a standout so far in this game. All the way back to Cassie Taylor. Started all games the last couple of years. She's been a staple in that back line. Tom Stone highlighted her after the win against West Virginia when talking about how they've really leaned on the defense as of late. Williams trying to run it down. Faith Broering beats her to it.
Smart decision there by Faith Broering. Does a good job clearing the ball as high as she can up the field to kind of set Texas Tech back to kind of restart their offensive run here.
Soto will try to switch, and again over to Blackburn. Blackburn working on Ray, and works well to get the corner. The first of the day for either team.